Hello, everybody. One, two, 1, 2. Okay, cool. Good there. Okay. Hey, everybody. Ooh, man. Hello, 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 hello. All right. Sorry, I'm a little bit early / late / early / whatever. Man, what a day it's been. What a day it's been. I need to delete my other post saying that it was going to be 2 o'clock, because now it's not at 2 o'clock. Now it's at 1:19. Oh man, guys. Okay, just gonna delete this one, because that's not it's not accurate anymore. It looks like not many people saw that post anyway, so awesome. What's going on, Adam? How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Alphonso Speaks. Whoo, man. What a day, guys. So, sorry I'm a little bit late. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Everything's okay. Or as okay as it can be. Just drama stuff, personal life stuff. But we're gonna be alright. Big news out of the McCree household. I originally told you guys we're moving to Maryland in May. That has changed. We are now moving in March, so a couple months earlier than expected. And yeah, really excited about this move. Really excited to get back closer to family and get back to where we belong, for sure. It's good to see all of you again. We are doing some Darrell Brooks content here today. We are starting day 4 of the Darrell Brooks trial. Day 3 was a doozy. A lot of witnesses there. Lots of them. We still have a long way to go here in this trial, but in a couple months, you guys are going to be seeing a brand new set behind me and everything. So let me turn this light down a bit. A little bit too bright. Not necessary to be that bright. It's just too much. Oh my goodness, Alabama is going through it, huh? That's crazy. That's really crazy. That's a lot. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome. I'm just waiting for a few more people to get in here, and then we can start watching the trial together. But yeah, I was explaining just a moment ago. It has been a very, very, very crazy few days. Very crazy few days. But we are live and alive by the grace of God. Thank you. We're good. It's a lot of stuff going on. And I'll explain everything to you guys at a later time. I just don't feel like getting into it today. Just know me, the wife, the son, we're all good. No harm, no danger, anything like that. Just very complicated and uncomfortable situations. And it's accelerating our move out of the state of Florida and back to the state of Maryland. So, again, it's really great to see all of you here today. And, I'm definitely very excited about bringing more of the Darrell Brooks trial to you guys. It's been fun watching with you guys. You guys leave great comments. You guys interact with me in a way that I really love and really appreciate. Some people like to try to argue with me in the comment section. That's never going to end well. You have to think, this is my channel. I have all the power here, you know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean I'm going to abuse it, but that means, come correct, come polite. Or there ain't going to be no argument. I'm going to just delete your comment. And if you really get out of pocket, just hide you from the channel. I control this platform. You know what I mean? Some people, man, they just get way too out of hand. They get offended way too easily. But that's kind of the day and time that we live in here. Hey, it is what it is, right? All right, everybody, let's get started. Welcome to day 4 of the Darrell Brooks trial. Our boy Darrell is in a suit again. His hairline has not performed any miracles since last time we saw him. And he is still wearing his mask upside down or backwards. So actually, he might have gotten the mask correct today. It looks like he actually got the mask correct today. So the ridges, the little folds are looking like they're on the outside, and it looks like the little plastic rod that bends, it looks like it's actually across the bridge of his nose where it's supposed to be this time. So yeah, round of applause for Mr. Brooks here. He can wear a mask. Good job for you. All right, guys, let's get into it. Yeah, skip ahead a little bit to get to some dialogue. All right, you guys already know what time it is, or maybe you don't. We're rating the outfits today, okay? Sometimes we get a little restless here during trial. We need something to keep us occupied. So let's see what Attorney Basie, Attorney Opper, and Attorney Witchow are rocking today. We already know Darrell's suit gets a 0 out of 10 because it doesn't even fit him. But let's see what kind of fire, what kind of heat Attorney Zach Witchow brought today.
Darrell E. Brooks, case number 21 CF 1848. May I have the appearances, please?
Yes, good morning, Judge Sue Apper, Leslie Basie, and Zach Witchow appearing for the state of Wisconsin.
Good morning, sir. Please state your name for the record.
I am here as a third-party intervener in that matter, appearing as authorized representative for my client. I accept for value in return for value all of the charging instruments in this matter and make my exemption available for discharge of all obligations and charges connected with this case. I do not dispute any of the facts in these charging instruments, and I do not consent to or agree to being called their name.
He's already starting on the BS. Already. Reading off a script that was probably given to you by Dawn and her boyfriend. Reading off of a script. Still not buttoning the top button of your suit. I mean, what else is there to say, guys? What else?
All right, the record should reflect that the individual known to this court as Darrell Brooks is appearing in person in custody. He's also in civilian or street clothing, in a suit and tie, also wearing a mask. Mr. Brooks, I know today you're also not wearing headsets. I just want to make a record. Yesterday, they were offered to you, even charged. The different charging unit was provided. I did not see you wearing the headset at any point in time. And from my perspective, given your either legal arguments made, comments to the court, or questioning of witnesses that you were able to hear, but I just feel it important, given that you raised that issue, to put that on the record. I do want to address the case law that was filed by Mr. Brooks. I have a question, sir, because you had indicated there was this United States v. Lopez. I had looked up a case. I don't know if it's the one that you were referring to. I asked you if it was from 1995. You thought it was. Have you been able to look through your documents to tell me which United States versus Lopez you were referring?
I have not, but I also cited Hagens versus Levine as well, 415 U.S. 533, or I think you may have corrected
I was able
that.
to find Hagens versus Levine and Malo versus United States. I also found a case that is captioned United States versus Lopez at 514 U.S. 549. That's a case from, it was decided in 1995. It had to do with in part, with the
Jurisdiction.
no, it had to do with a provision in the federal statutes regarding the gun safe free zone and whether that was constitutional or not. It was a criminal case.
I'm sorry, guys. I know sometimes you don't find him amusing at all. I know, guys, but I definitely just laugh sometimes because he's a clown. The case isn't funny, but Darrell thinking he's the smartest person in the room, it most definitely is. Most definitely is.
But nonetheless, that was one of the major issues in that case. So I don't know if that's the case you were referring or not.
You know, Teresa, you do have a point. When he takes that mask off, like, I do think his mouth looks really gross. Like, honestly, like it's a, I don't know, it's a weird thing. It's like, bro, I do not like the look of it. It's just, I don't know. There's something about it. Something about it. Mel, what's going on? Welcome, even for a minute. Welcome. You mean, you know, you'll be able to watch this later. And if you're able to pop back in at some point to, you know, join us, you already know we'd love to have you. The official paralegal of Alphonso Speaks, Miss Mel Vaughn, everyone. Miss Mel Vaughn. All right, let's get it.
And without a citation, it's hard for me to know. So that's why I'm asking you if you have any other information about that case.
I can possibly look on a break, but my understanding of that particular case was dealing with the specifics of subject matter and personal jurisdiction, which is why it was brought up for the record, which is something that I have been doing adamantly, is asking for the court to provide
Big words.
verified proof of jurisdiction, which I have not been provided with as of yet.
Court's not required to do that, sir. I understand what your objection is. It's been noted for the record multiple times. And the previous rulings of the court stand. I see no reason to revisit those issues, or what we call legally a motion for reconsideration, even if I were to take your reference to these cases as a request to reconsider based on...
Bro, I think I read somewhere that Judge Darrell had like some type of asthma or something like that. Is that accurate? Y'all let me know. Because every time she talks, you can like hear her take either like a gasp after every sentence, or like some type of deep breath, like she's, you know, like hard of breathing. Maybe she ended up getting COVID at one point, and now COVID, like, you know, really messes with the lungs long term, has some long term effects. I'm curious about that. You know, as we continue to go through this trial, like sometimes I just pick up on different stuff about the different characters inside, you know, this story, where, you know, I just notice different little details about them, and it just kind of makes me curious about, you know, their story as a person.
a new legal argument. The cases that I reviewed don't support that. I do want to give the state an opportunity to at least make a record as to their position, and then I'll give you the last word if you want to make a legal argument to the contrary.
I do.
All right, so go ahead. I believe Attorney Basie, you were going to do that.
I was. Your Honor, I did review the U.S. versus Lopez, the Lopez case that you cited at 514 U.S. 549. As the court already indicated, it deals with the Gun-Free School Zone Act, which is a federal offense. The court found that Congress exceeded its authority under the Commerce Clause, and therefore there was no jurisdiction. I don't find any analogy between that case and this case. Again, I'm not sure if that is the Lopez case that the defendant was referring to. With regard to Melo versus United States, this was a case involving an accident that the plaintiff had with an employee of the U.S. Postal Service who was driving a U.S. postal truck, and the issue
Mel, stop. I think it's clear. I think it's very clear, crystal clear, extremely clear, clearer than the spring water, clearer than a bifocal, a brand new bifocal, clearer than, you know, the 4K camera footage of me running down the parade. I think it's very clear, very clear.
Became whether or not there was a valid claim against the U.S. Postal Service as a result of a claim filed against the employee. And the court held that there was not, and therefore jurisdiction was not conferred to the United States. Again, not a case that is on point with any issue that's been raised in this case. And finally, Hagens versus Levine at 415 U.S. 533. Again, this is one in which the district court was found to have had jurisdiction to hear the plaintiff's claim. It was a case in which a New York, state of New York regulation addressed New York's ability to recoup some payments from AFDC, I believe.
Bro, y'all are hilarious in this comment section. I just want y'all to know. Please keep leaving these comments. Like, all Sharon wrote was objection, and I just started cracking up in my head. Oh my gosh, man. Like, it's such a sad trial, and there's so many things to, like, laugh about inside the actual trial. Like, obviously not the act, but the trial itself, bro. Like, it's comical. It's comedy, man. It's like, but it's like, we're not laughing with this man. We're laughing at this man. You know, it's just, you know, sometimes I get brought back to, like, the victims of the case, and it ruins the whole mood for me. But, like, at times, like, I'm looking just at what he's doing during the trial. I'm like, you look and sound so stupid. Man. Oh, I almost forgot to say thank you to Court TV for the footage. Court TV has not tried to claim a single one of my videos. I absolutely love and appreciate them for that, because law and crime, I don't know, man. I just keep hearing horror stories about, you know, stuff getting claimed. I don't want to go through that, but Court TV, love you guys, for real. I really do. If you guys want to watch any trials without commentary, please, I encourage you to go to Court TV and check that out. Please. Thank you.
And there was a claim that violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. The court did find that the district court did have jurisdiction to hear the plaintiff's claim. Again, I did not find any verbiage from any of these three cases that would raise any type of argument in this case that this court does not have jurisdiction to hear this case.
Thank you. Mr. Brooks, your response.
Yeah, I respectfully object to that. It's clear in both of those cases that...
Yo, Sharon and Mel, you guys got his verbiage, like what he was about to say, down packed. Sharon was like, objection. And Mel was like, I think it's clear. I think it's very clear. Like, look at that. Look, right on time. Like, the timing could not have been more perfect.
Ultimately, those cases were called correct by the Supreme Court, in that both cases ended up being voided because there was no jurisdiction. Same thing in this case, how it applies is this court has yet to prove that it has jurisdiction. It has not been proven. There's been no certified document paperwork. There's been no proof. There's been no response to the demand for the statement of particulars. There's been no response to...
What is a statement of particulars, Darrell? Do you even know? Do you even know? Because I don't know. Mel, please leave a comment and tell me what a statement of particulars is, please. Thank you.
I mean, we haven't even established that.
And by the way, Christine, you are aware that warm places exist, right? I mean, what are you doing in negative 30-degree weather? Why are you putting yourself through that? There's a big earth, and you're choosing to live where the air hurts your face. You're gonna have to explain that one to me.
The plaintiff is a living human being and not an entity. There's so many things that have yet to even be proven. And again, if both cases that were just cited were voided by the Supreme Court for lack of jurisdiction, how is this case any different?
Thank you for your argument, sir. First of all, the Hagens and the Melo decisions, or Melo, these were civil lawsuits. They weren't criminal cases at all. They dealt with the issue of a federal question or federal claims and jurisdiction.
I love that she just said that. That is the one thing that he continues to keep missing in his legal arguments. This is why his legal arguments have no foundation, because he's making legal arguments that would apply to civil cases. Oh, there's no plaintiff here. There's nobody here to sue me. You're not being sued. You're being charged. You're being indicted on things. You're not being sued for money. I mean, kind of with the insurance situation, but like that's not what this case is about. That's not what we are here in this court for. We are here in this court for criminal charges, which means the plaintiff is going to be the state because it's a criminal lawsuit. This is how every criminal case goes. It's the state versus blah, blah, blah. When you have a civil lawsuit, that's when we'll have Alphonso Speaks versus Darrell Brooks. And if I don't show up to court, yeah, you don't have to pay anything because I didn't show up to court. But why am I explaining this? He knows this. He knows this.
In the district court for those particular cases, there's nothing that's applicable to a criminal case in state court for this court to even find they're relevant. They may be case law, maybe law as it relates to that, but they're not relevant to the proceedings in this case.
Thank you, Mel, for the explanation. I just read it.
In the Melo decision, for example, that had to do with a lack of jurisdiction because the plaintiff had failed to exhaust administrative remedies. That's not something that's applicable here. And so in that case, the court did not have jurisdiction. In the Hagens case, again, it had to do with a federal claim and jurisdiction related to that.
I don't know why one of them jailhouse lawyers ain't telling him that. I don't know. Maybe they did, and he was just like, I'm gonna take my chances anyway. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Like, again, it just seems like he was just throwing stuff at the wall and hoping something would stick to it that could get him out of this. That's really all this felt like he was doing.
And not criminal charges brought by a state against a individual. The Lopez decision, while a criminal case, dealt with a federal law and whether the district court had jurisdiction. In Lopez, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down a federal statute that had made an offense criminal, and because of that, there was no jurisdiction. There have been no similar arguments made in this case at all. the arguments that you raise related to the bill of particulars, related to those types of issues have all been debunked throughout the ages in the courts of the United States of America, both in state court and in federal court. And I direct your attention once again to United States versus Beneby, 654 F 3rd 753. It's a 2011 decision from the 7th Circuit that is very on point as to the arguments that you are raising. So there's no requirement for this court to do what you are asking or demanding it to do. And for all of those reasons, this court will deny your request to dismiss.
Bro, every time she ends a sentence, it's like, what is going on? It has to, like, there has to be something with the lungs, man. Like, my son has asthma, so I'm interested in, because he doesn't do that, but then again, he's only 4, so he's not speaking in like complex sentences like this where he would have a reason to have to take like a deep breath after every sentence. You know, I don't know, man. Like, do any of you know at all? Like, I'm not trying to make fun of her. I really am trying to figure out what is going on, because like, she really sounds like she is struggling to breathe every single time she talks. It's like the sentence took all the air out of her lungs and she has to put some back in. Like, what is going on, man?
Deny your request for the demand for particulars, even going back to one of the filings from the 3rd dealing with your demand for a verified statement, your notice of special appearance. I mean, all of those things have been noted on the record, but to the extent that the court needs to respond to any of those, once again, your demands and requests and objections are either overruled or denied, as the case may be.
Your Honor, may I respectfully request a legal reconsideration for your ruling?
No, I just went through my reasoning, sir. So without you meeting the standard under a motion for reconsideration under section 806.07, that request is summarily denied without any further argument. All right, with that.
For the record, may I request a legal or factual basis for your ruling, as you just cited, Your Honor?
I just provided the legal basis, sir.
You just cited a case law from United States versus Beneby, correct?
My reasoning stands. The record before you and on the record speaks for itself. I'm not going to address this any further. Your objections are noted.
Respectfully, Your Honor, may I ask for a written judicial finding of facts and conclusion of law in this matter?
You may request. That request is denied.
For the record, may I respectfully move for an interlocutory declaratory appeal on this matter, Your Honor?
That is not an issue this court would address. That would be for an appellate court, sir.
For the record, may I move to stay these proceedings until this instant matter is adjudicated by a court of competent jurisdiction?
That request is denied. This is a court of competent jurisdiction.
Based on what law or fact, Your Honor?
All right, Mr. Brooks, your objections are noted. I want to keep moving forward today.
May I respectfully object to that, Your Honor, based on the fact that you cited something that was a federal law, and then the cases that you went over in the challenge of jurisdiction were all dealing with federal guidelines.
This court's not going to explain the law to you, sir. I've cited the law.
Wait a second. Look, guys, look, he's here. He's here. So this is the day that the bailiff changes. Oh, here it is. Look at your boy. Look at him. He's here, guys. He's here. Mr. Stoneface is here. Oh, man. Everybody's favorite bailiff. My favorite bailiff from this trial. He is here. He has arrived. He has taken his seat. And he is here to stare a hole in Darrell Brooks' head for the remainder of this trial. Look. Wow. Yeah, I was wondering when he made his debut. And so it's day 4. Day 4 is when he makes his debut. Look at your boy. He is here.
I just direct you to those decisions. I believe they speak for themselves, and your request for any further articulation by this court as to the basis for the court's decision is denied.
May I respectfully object, Your Honor, and still ask for verified proof of...
Mr. Brooks, I've already addressed that. The request is denied. All right, moving on. Can the state... I'm moving on, Mr. Brooks. Thank you. Your objections are noted. Attorney Opper, I'd like to address the issue...
Object, Your Honor.
Your objections noted. I would like to address the issue of the subpoenas that were turned over to the state. If you could just make a record on that.
Yes, thank you. We have received the subpoenas that were provided by Mr. Brooks. I believe there were 12 in total. We are endeavoring to have all of the individuals properly served, and we will assist in arranging their appearance here in the courtroom at the appropriate time, with the exception of that one individual who we believe has relocated to the state of Texas. There are no other concerns that the state has at this point in getting those subpoenas served and getting these people here.
Why does he wear the mask backwards, Mel? Because he's an idiot. That is the simple explanation. There really is no other explanation. He is one of the stupidest human beings to ever walk this earth. There are people who haven't done a day of grade school that are smarter than this man. That is why he wears his mask inside out. But again, today, I'm gonna give him his credit. Let's give him his flowers. Today, he wore his mask correctly. Beautiful stuff, Darrell. Beautiful stuff.
I do want to advise the court that one of the witnesses on Mr. Brooks' subpoena list does need a Spanish interpreter. And that also reminds me to update the court on our progress in that regard. For the state's case, we believe if we would need a Spanish interpreter, and it's still unknown to us, or uncertain, I should say, it'd be later tomorrow morning, like probably after the morning break, or even after lunch. We could call these witnesses out of order if we had to. So if you want to just say possibly 1 p.m. tomorrow, we could certainly work around that. And then when we get to Mr. Brooks' case, one of his witnesses will need an interpreter as well, and we'll try and help the court keep track of that as well.
Have you been in contact with the individual making arrangements for the interpreter, since it is the court's responsibility to do that, but it's your request?
I know my assistant had spoken to someone in the clerk's office. I think it...
Why does he stuff tissue inside of the, Joe? Y'all behave. Y'all behave. Janana, I am watching you. Behave. Stop it. Stop it. That's messed up. Man, that's hilarious.
Last week, I don't know if there's been any recent contact, but I will ask her to do that today.
Well, I know I saw one of our interpreters yesterday, and I don't know if that's because of those arrangements or not. And I don't see that person here today, but...
Yeah, I saw him also. I think he just came in to observe for a while.
Okay. Can you tell me the name of the witness for Mr. Brooks that needs an interpreter?
Juan Marquez, M-A-R-Q-U-E-Z.
And this, can you just give me a little bit more background? What I'm contemplating is, because I need to make arrangements for the interpreter, is perhaps we could have that person brought the same time the other witness needs an interpreter, and do those witnesses, depending on how long they take, it may or may not be back to back, but maybe there'd be a witness in between, just for court efficiency and to make sure we have an interpreter available.
Yes, I understand, and we could potentially call him out of order. He is in the group with the same group that we would need Spanish interpreters for. That would be the Catholic community of Waukesha. So we're projecting to get to that testimony tomorrow morning for our case. as we sit here right now, Judge, we don't think we're going to need an interpreter, but we want to reserve that right should the need arise. And Mr. Marquez was on our witness list. However, we had made a preliminary decision that we would not be called.
Christine, I'm sorry for your loss. Sorry to hear that. Absolutely sorry to hear that. Yes, definitely go to the hot springs. 100%. And sometimes when stuff like that happens, you definitely got to get away. Definitely got to get away.
Calling him.
Just wanted to unpause that because I caught Sue Auber at a very bad freeze frame. Did not want her up there like that. Yeah, fortunately, when I lost my cousin and my barber on back-to-back days, I had a trip to the Dominican Republic like a few days later. So that was, it's like, you know, a nice getaway. Then I had another trip, you know, my Green Bay trip in December to get away for that. So yeah, sometimes, like, honestly, a vacation definitely helps when you're going through, you know, something like that. So, you know, sending good vibes your way, positive energy, clean energy, free energy, your way, for that loss. You know, please tell your husband as well that we send our regards. And, you know, yeah. Just really, really tough situation right there. Sorry to hear that. Carrie, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you for giving me love. I really do appreciate that. I'm going to use that $4.99 and go buy some more tape and, you know, get all this stuff packed up so that we can move out of the state of Florida for sure. But yeah, again, Christine, I'm glad this little community that we're building here is helping, you know, you to take your mind off of that a little bit as well. So, you know, obviously I make these videos because I like to make these videos. You know, I have fun with these videos, but I also love seeing, you know, how it makes people's day better. You just spend some time watching some stuff with me, and you know, I hope it continues to make you feel better. You guys deserve that. You guys deserve a safe space where you can, you know, have some type of reprieve, some type of break, some time to laugh, and you know, just get a break from things. Yes, I am returning to Maryland. I am. Where exactly? Don't know. Either PG or Montgomery County. But I'm gonna be working. In DC, most likely, for the federal government. So that'll be fun. But yeah, it's a long story. Eventually, I mean, we were supposed to be moving in May. Now we're moving in March, and it's a lot of unfortunate reasons why we're doing that. That, again, I'm not going to get into today, but I will talk to you guys about it later on. But we just want to focus on getting our stuff and just getting up out of here, getting back to family and things like that. Definitely miss them a lot. And, you know, Christine could probably tell you guys better than anybody, you know. Life is short. You know, she just experienced a loss. I want to get as much time with my family as I possibly can. You know, family's not getting any younger. Parents getting older. Grandparents getting older. You know, things happen all the time. So, you know, having that time with the family is definitely a big reason why we're moving back as well. Definitely want to get those opportunities to make more memories with them. So, back to the trial.
Him as a witness, so he's generally familiar with the court proceedings and he knows he may be called to testify. So it would be tomorrow morning, and yes, maybe we just want to say 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The interpreter's here for whatever witness needs them, and we call Mr. Marquez out of order. It wouldn't be a great switch for the jury because we'll already have been dealing with those facts tomorrow morning.
When do you think you'll know whether you will need an interpreter. Is that for a witness or for someone in attendance?
Yeah, no, it's after our first two witnesses as it relates to the Catholic community. We believe we can establish all the elements we need through those witnesses. But if for some reason we could not, then we would have to call some of the Spanish-speaking people. We would be prepared to go on with other witnesses, and then we may have to circle back if need be. But we understand we want to be efficient and we don't want to have downtime in the courtroom. So,
all right, thank you. I'm contemplating, Mr. Brooks, that since the witness you want is part of that group and there's a possibility that they will need an interpreter, if that's the situation, then I'm going to require that Mr. Marquez be produced at that point for questioning. You'll be questioning him first since it would be your witness, but I want to make wise use of our resource as it relates to the interpreter. It can be challenging to schedule interpreters, especially on a last-minute basis. I know the clerk's office has been working with the DA's office based upon the request that was received. The latest information I have, before I get back to you, Mr. Brooks, is that Kevin from the clerk's office has made a call, but it was not returned. So perhaps you can have your assistant, that was last week, follow up just to make sure we're all on the same page.
sure. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Brooks, any questions about what I've advised you about the interpreter? Does that change your decision at all to call the witness?
It doesn't change me wanting to call the witness, and I want to state for the record that I object to being called that name. I'm a living and breathing human being. I do have questions, though.
I can't help it, guys. I really be trying not to laugh. I really try not to laugh at this man. I can't help it. I'm sorry, man. Like, I be sitting here, like, trying, like, keep a straight face, and then just get this big smile because he said something stupid. He's just making a fool of himself. It's like you guys said, like, I can laugh about this now because he's gonna rot in prison. And he could reincarnate 6 times and still be in prison for life. And, you know, what does that even mean, bro? I object to being called that name. I am a living, breathing human. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, come on, man.
You're well aware that once we went off the record yesterday, I stayed to complete all of the subpoenas.
I'm aware of that.
There were initially 13, and I believe I turned in 12 because the prosecution stated that maybe one of them had relocated, but there was just a little bit more clarification that I didn't have yesterday about that whole situation, if they relocated or how that would play into them being subpoenaed. So.
Is there a question as it relates to that, or just you're making that record?
I'm making that record, and also I wasn't sure yesterday, and maybe I should have asked before we went off the record.
Oh, there it is. Axed. I know you guys heard that loud and clear. I know it was very clear. You know, I think it was very clear that he just said axed. So he chopped the question in half. I axed it. I axed this question. All right, guys. I'm gonna try to stay focused.
Should I have just turned in all 13 subpoenas that I had and then just wait to see what more information could have been learned from that?
You can certainly give them the 13th subpoena, and we can make a further record later if need be. And we'll go from there. I mean, obviously, as officers of the court, they're telling me that they have this information about a witness being out of state. There's different procedure for obtaining a witness that is from out of state, including that the person called.
Bro, she's doing it again. She's doing that breathing thing. Like, somebody please Google this for me. Please Google it and see if you can find any information about that. Like, why she's breathing like that.
That witness needs to make the travel arrangements, and that's in the rules of procedure. So, but it's up to you if you want to turn that one over so that it's officially one that you turned over, given that you had been given that information and then the subpoenas needed to be refilled or filled out again. I'm certainly willing to have that turned over to them, and at a later point, a further record can be made if needed.
If in the event that takes place, would it be the same procedure, me having to stay after, or how would it work from that point? Because I would essentially say it would make more sense to just fill them out all together and file them together so everything is just together. It makes it easier.
Fill out the one.
Just the one?
Yes. Do you need another form?
I have another form.
All right. Do you have a copy of the first time you filled it out, so you have some of that information readily at your fingertips?
I believe I do. I don't want to say I'm 100% sure. I would have to do some minimal looking through all the paperwork.
If not, I have the first batch of subpoenas on my table in my chambers, and I can bring that out.
I'm pretty sure if it's not in the paperwork that's in front of me, it's in one of these boxes, which, as you see, is a lot of paperwork.
Shut up. Ain't nothing funny. Ain't nobody laughing with you.
I'm positive that it's there. I would just have to.
Well, let me know in a break. Like I said, I have it readily available and certainly can give it back to you to look at. All right. What about did you hear me advise you about the interpreter and making arrangements and potentially calling your witness out of order because of that?
Yeah, I think that was pretty clear.
Okay, good. Just want you to be prepared for the
These lives are dangerous. Y'all leave comments and then he does something and like make the connection and I start laughing. I don't want to keep pausing the video, but I can't help it, man. Like, you guys are cracking me up. You guys are making me laugh so hard. And then you got Vonda and Carrie going off in the comment section. Oh my goodness. Friends at first sight, right? Look, come to Alphonso Speaks and find yourself a new friend. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. Oh, Judge Darrell has a twin sister. Interesting. Okay. Definitely learned something new with that one. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right.
Possibility that tomorrow you may need to call that witness. The witness will be made available and you may need to question that witness tomorrow. So I just want you to be prepared for that.
So that should be the first witness called?
It would be out of order. It would still be during the state's case in chief, but if we have the interpreter here, because they need it, because they're not clear yet if they need that interpreter or not. If they use the interpreter and the interpreter's here, and then I'm going to also ask that they make arrangements to have Mr. Marquez available so that the interpreter, we can wisely use the interpreter resource and call those individuals, if not back to back, within short order of one another. Sometimes we have to give the interpreter a break and a rest. So that's why it might not be back to back, but in any event, you should be prepared potentially to question that witness. If they don't call the interpreter and the interpreter's not here and we haven't made arrangements, then I'm gonna work with my staff and the clerk's office to make sure we have an interpreter during your case. You'll just need to tell me where in the 12 you want to call that person so I can better schedule.
In the 13.
Well, you have 13, but one's an out of state, so I'm told, but all right.
Shut up. Ain't nobody laughing with you, bro. There was the type of dude, like, everybody's laughing, having a good time, and then you see him walk in the room and everybody's just like, ain't nothing funny anymore. Nothing's happy anymore. He's a Dementor. For all you Harry Potter fans, he's a Dementor.
Very good. All right, anything else from the state then?
No, that was it for today, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Brooks, anything other than what we've already talked about?
Yeah, I don't know if the clerk received 2 ICF forms that I submitted.
I don't know if anything, I can check my electronic inbox. Let me just do that real quick and see if there's anything there.
Well, one of the ICFs we just addressed, that would be the one that I filled out last night, coming back from the proceedings yesterday. We just addressed that. That was dealing with the subpoenas.
You know what? I bet Jay Prince for president would laugh at him. I bet he would. See, look, here's my thing. Here's my thing. You can tell the type of energy somebody has, the type of energy they're bringing to the table, really based on the views that they're getting on their YouTube channel. If you take a look at Jay Prince for President's YouTube channel, the only views that he has is when he's running his mouth about Darrell Brooks getting done wrong. If you look at all of his other stuff, it's not getting any views because you're not putting energy into it. You're not actually putting love and care into what you're doing. You're just trying to get attention. You're trying to get clout. See, what I do on this channel is I try to bring people together, you know, with the foundation being this content that I already like to consume on my own time. And now I found a community of people that like to consume the content on their own time as well. And now we're consuming it together. And the reason a lot of you guys stay is because you know I'm being genuine. You know I have the best intentions when I present this content. I'm doing it from a place of love and care and all that stuff. You know, we laugh, we joke, but I take this stuff very seriously. And, you know, I think I look at people like Jay Prince for president, who clearly are just grown men begging for attention. And it's very obvious. It's very obvious to me the type of person. It's very clear. I think it's very clear the type of person that he is. I think it's very clear. You know, you look at the discrepancies, and it's clear. It's clear biased. It's clear biased. You know, what Jay Prince for president is doing on his YouTube channel is treason. Treason.
Okay. All right, I don't see it. I'll make sure that my staff knows to look for it, and when we get it, it'll be uploaded, and then we can address it at a break.
The other one was dealing with asking for my court docket sheet.
Here he goes with this.
What do you mean by that, sir?
I would like a certified copy of my court docket sheet.
I need to know what you mean by that, sir. There's many documents in the record. There are docket entries that are part of the electronic file.
Is the entire...
Hey, yes, I do mean biased in this. Oh my goodness. What was it? Throwing me off track. What was I about to say? Okay. The skincare routine. Yes, Judge Darrell. Judge Darrell has extremely clear skin. Now, I don't know. She might be wearing makeup and stuff too. She does look great for 51 years old. I mean, 51 years old ain't even that old. Like, look, you know, you just crossed the half-century mark. That's really not old at all. Like, let's put it into perspective. The Rock, he's over 50. You know what I mean? Like, and he still looks really young. So, it's not really. That's not really that old. That's not really that old. But she does look not a day over 45. I'll say that much. Yeah, she's probably done a very good job of taking care of herself, drinking a lot of water, exfoliating, all those good things that people say that we should be doing. I've been doing it too. That's why the beard is looking nice and crisp. I just got a lineup. Man, look. My wife be having me looking nice. She be making sure I'm doing my shea butter routines and everything. She don't play. She don't play.
It's in the record. There are docket entries that are part of the electronic file.
Is the entire every court proceeding, is that part of the electronic file? What did you just say?
A recording of the proceedings?
No,
or a
no, no.
record?
I want the actual docket sheet from every court proceeding that I've had in dealing with this matter.
Well, you'll have to address that to the clerk of court.
I did.
Okay, so then that's why it didn't come to me and I wouldn't seen it. I'm not the custodian of the record. It's the clerk of court under the statute. So
Was it received?
I don't know, but I can find out. And on a break, we can advise. I'll direct Teresa to find out from the clerk of court if she received that. But she'll respond in due course.
It was addressed to Miss Monica Paz.
Okay.
Yeah, see, if 50 ain't even old, man. 50 is not old at all. Not even close. Like there's still professional athletes doing their thing at like 50 years old. I just don't consider that old. Like if somebody were to pass away at 50, I'm like, man, they died young. Like, you know, that's how I see it. That's definitely how I see it. In August I turned 67. Happy belated birthday, and I don't think that's old either. Just my opinion. I really don't think that's old. I honestly don't think, I don't really consider somebody necessarily old until they probably get around like 80. Then I'm like, okay. You know, there's a lot of people don't make it to 80. You know, 80 years old, I'm like, oh, you know, like that means you had a lot of time to live like a very, very full life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think my great-grandfather, he passed away back in like 2008, and he was 89. I considered that to be old, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's old. But, you know, 60s, 70s, especially 50s, nah, I don't really consider that to be old. I think you're in your prime, really, in a lot of ways. Like, you're definitely in your prime. So, shout out to all my AARP card members. All right, you ain't old. You just got exclusive benefits with a great club. Okay, use your coupons at Bob Evans. Use your coupons at Denny's. Don't let people tell you that you old. You're not no senior citizen. No, you are young. You are young with a lot of life to live. Absolutely. But yeah, 51 is not. Nah. That's not old whatsoever. That's not old whatsoever. I've seen 50-year-olds with better hairlines than Darrell Brooks. Say that much. Just saying. Yes, Sharon. Seasoned. Yes. Somebody old, you're seasoned. 1000%. Yeah, don't let nobody tell y'all old. Y'all got so much life to live ahead of y'all. There's so much stuff to do. So much stuff to do. So many things to see. So much more life to live. Beautiful human beings. Love you guys. Y'all be in here giving me all these compliments, spoiling me, making me feel great about myself. Absolutely, man. Yeah, straight up. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support you guys give. I love every single last one of y'all. Y'all use that AARP card. Use it!
That's our clerk of court, so that's good that you did that. All right, anything else then? Other than what we've already talked about?
No.
Okay, very well. State will have its next witness then when we bring the jury out. Okay, very well. Madam Clerk, please have the jury brought out.
You go, Pips K. You get your party on, girl. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Everybody that's comfortable, tell me how old you guys are in the comment section. Everybody. Drop your ages. Me, I'm 29. I'll be 30 in November. And the wife was looking at my my beard the other day. She saw a couple grays. So, hey, man, I'm getting season 2. Yeah, salt and pepper, baby. Yes, yes. Nicole Colvin, welcome to the channel. Welcome. This is your first time watching live. Welcome. Yeah, this is how we get down here. We try not to pause too much because, you know, obviously we're trying to get through a lot of the trial, but you know, I think honestly think that, you know, interacting with you guys is how I have the most fun with this channel. I've told you guys before, I've tried different channels before, and yeah, I've never been able to like actually have this type of interaction before, and this is the first time, so I'm really dwelling in it, and I'm really you know, trying to appreciate every single last second of it. So if that means I gotta, you know, piss some people off because I'm pausing the video too much, hey man, so be it, you know. But I love to talk to you guys, I really do. Building a nice community here, and I'm loving it, loving every second of it. So we got some wide ranges of ages here, okay? We got 61, Vonda's 27, Ty is 51, Janana's 63, still acting up in the comment section. Bama Green Eyes is 65. Question, Bama Green Eyes, what is your real first name? Because I'd like to start calling you by your real first name. Lori is 70. Nakai is 48. Rita is 34. Nicole's 37. Carol's 67. Mel is 48. Phyllis is 68 and still dancing her heart away. Ben, I believe, said he is 50. Joanne is 52. Coffee Cake says anyone under 85 is young. I can get with that. Felicia is 60. Kai is 28. And 13 is 49. Chocolate Girl is 62. Okay, Bama, your name is Linda. Okay, Linda. You are Linda to me from now on. No more of this Bama Green Eyes. Okay, you're Linda. I want to call you by your name. And Sissy Williamson is 55. So a wide range of different people. Now what I want to know. Rendad's 70 something. Oh, you don't want to tell me the exact age. 70 something. All right, I mess with it. Karina is 49. All right. I see you guys. Veda is 53. All right. Okay, we got a wide range. All right, now what I want to know. Linda is 70. Go ahead with your bad self, girl. Now what I want to know. What keeps you guys, what brought you guys to this channel, and what keeps you guys at this channel? I'd love to read some of those. So while you guys are typing those, I'm gonna watch some more of the trial and react. But you guys let me know what brought you to the channel and what kept you here on the channel. Just a quick little survey. Well, I got you guys. Oh no, where'd our bailiff go? What happened? What? Oh, it's just a camera pan. Okay. Whew. I thought Poker Face Bailiff was gone. I was about to be so upset. Nope, he's right there. Yeah, Darrell wasn't going nowhere, man. These dudes look like they can handle him with one hand behind his back. Lord. Okay, in comes the jury. Why is it every time the jury comes in, this man be looking down and then giving them like the side-eye look, like he doesn't want them to know that he's looking at them? You know, is he trying to act unbothered? You know what I'm saying? Like what is it? All right, let's real quick, let me read some of these. Darrell brought me Your personality and lovely community keeps me here. Love you all. Yeah, my community is awesome. I love every single last one of you guys. Even the ones who be, getting mad at me all the time. It's fine. It's fine. Like, my grandmother does the same thing. She be getting mad at me randomly about stuff. I still love that woman to death. Absolutely love that woman to death. So, it's cool. It is what it is. We good. Carrie said she saw me on a panel of sorts. This included Jay Prince. I don't think I was on that one. I've never done a panel with Jay Prince for president. I would love to. I want to, but I think you might have me mistaken for somebody else. I do have a lot of doppelgangers out here, though. Some people have told me that I look just like Will Smith. And, which is funny because he's actually a distant cousin of mine. Real story. He's a distant cousin of mine. So, yeah, hopefully me and him will actually meet one day. And I can, just kick it with Will Smith a little bit, We twins. We gotta kick it, right? Yeah. West Philadelphia, born and raised. All right. Vonda, I saw a nice man with a great beard, and I was like, yup, this is for me. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool. What you'll learn about this community is that a lot of my subs be saying the most wildest things possible. And it don't bother me. It don't bother my wife. True story. My wife likes girls, so, it don't bother her at all. Not at all. She is who she is, and I'm a lucky guy. I'm actually glad an African American reacted to Darrell Brooks' case as he tried to make this a racist thing. I thought my perspective could be, unique, definitely. AG Tactical definitely did it before me. And me and him share a lot of the same point of views on a lot of the case. I think the only place that we differ is like very minute details. Like, he might get a little bit more irritated with Judge Darrell than I do or something like that. Like very minute, but like at the core, AG Tactical and me definitely have a lot of the same point of views. If you guys haven't checked his channel out, please make sure you guys do that. Love me some AG Tactical, man. Love it. My real name is really K. I stay with this channel because you show this and don't interrupt much and just show it. I'm kind of breaking that rule right now, aren't I, K? But I think I know what you mean. You mean like when I actually do my pre-recorded videos, I actually let the thing play. But yeah, like in the live, of course, like I'm gonna, stop and interact with you guys because I have you guys here. Like, I wanna talk to you guys. I definitely. You guys are leaving all these comments and things like that. Like I want to make sure that I'm acknowledging you guys and, letting you guys know that, that I see you and I appreciate you guys feeding energy into me, like commenting on my stuff. It really does mean the world to me. So thank you so much for that. I'm an artist and I needed something to listen to while sculpting, needle felting, and creating RuneScape and diorama. You're an artist? Do you display your work anywhere? Do you have a social media where we can find your work at? We'd love to support you if you do anything like that. So if you have a website, Mel, go ahead and leave that in the comment section and I'll pin it for you. But yeah, I definitely want to check your art out for real. Absolutely. Phyllis says she looks at every channel that's talking about Darrell. I feel you, man. Some of y'all are Brooksaholics and I'm with it. I feel you. I totally understand. Linda says, I like your voice and everyone is so nice here. Thank you, you guys, for the voice compliments. I really do appreciate that. Like, it means a lot to me. Everyone is so nice here. Everyone is really, really nice here. The content you bring to the channel, and I'm going to keep bringing it. Your calm voice and having a few chuckles about dumb Darrell. I try not to make too many jokes, while watching this trial because, like I said, it's a very serious trial. A lot of it's not funny, but then there's some parts that are funny when you get to laugh at this man. And then you remember he's in jail for 1,000 years, and then you can really laugh at this man. It's great. We're not mad. I have my tea and my cat by my side, so I'm good. That's good. My cats are somewhere probably in the living room doing whatever it is that they're doing. Darrell, but love your personality and you say what we want to say out loud about Dum Dum. I think a lot of us like really definitely have the same thought process when it comes to this guy. Like for real. Plus we saw your adorable little boy. Yeah, that's man. It's being a dad is pretty crazy. I'm still learning in a lot of ways. Like you guys probably see the best version of me as a father, but I have a lot of shortcomings as well. I'm not always as patient as I want to be. I'm not always as kind as I want to be. But it's definitely something that I'm just trying to be mindful of and work on like all the time. That way I can be better, for him. I don't want to be a part of any trauma that he has. And so I'm working on ensuring that I don't have that issue. I've been following AG Tactical for almost a year now. That man, AG Tactical is dope. Love that man. If you guys ever get a chance to catch one of his lives, definitely check out his lives. His live streams are fun. Blanco, it's all good, man. Welcome to the party, bro. Welcome to the party. Oh, my wife is here. Hey, girl. What's up?
Bye.
You not gonna show your face?
Mm-mm.
Come on.
No.
Come on. Say hi.
No, I'm eating.
Say hi.
Hi.
You not gonna show your face? That's crazy. That's real crazy. You going to work? All right. Your commentary, how you interact with your son when he was on Voice and Easy on the Eyes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I pride myself on, taking care of myself, getting my haircuts, all that good stuff. You feel me? Yes, sir. Mel says she loves AG Tactical. Carol says, been following AG for a while. I'm going to keep giving that man shout outs every chance I get. Follow AG Tactical if you guys aren't doing. Some of you guys don't like cursing, so if you don't like cursing, maybe his content's not for you, but if you don't mind it, that man is consistent. He does long form content, and I'm just a real big fan of his. Like, hopefully me and him one day can do a collab. I'm gonna try to get my subscriber numbers up first though, so it actually benefits him in some way to do a video with me. But yeah, I definitely want to make sure I get to do a collab with him at some point. I'm sure you guys will love that. Many reasons. You're calm and reasonable. Cat owner. Make jokes without going overboard. I love my cats, man. I'm sure you guys have seen the painting behind me. That was a gift from if you guys watch wrestling or watched wrestling back in the day and you remember the Dudley boys, Devon Dudley, the African American one, is one of my closest friends, and he gave me that for Christmas, and I was like, that's going on the set. Love cats. Absolutely love cats. I was watching AG and one of your videos showed up under his, and I clicked on it. Nice! The algorithm's working with me. Let's go! Dreadhead David 420, what up, bro? What up, man? I see every comment that you be leaving. Talking about Alphonso in all caps. Mel says she's working on a website right now. I'll drop it if it ever gets done. Okay. Please make sure we're looking for that. Phyllis, you were the first person to mention Lyle's music on this channel. Let me tell y'all, I love Lyle's music. That man is hilarious, bro. Oh my gosh. Lyle's music is another one I want y'all to check out if you ever get the chance to. He is hilarious. Oh my god. Lyle's music is the one I really like to listen to, like while I'm driving in the car somewhere and I'm listening to Darrell's content. Lyle's music is so funny, man. I love that dude too. I love that dude. Let's see. This is a great group of people. I do like your voice and your comments about the Darrell Brooks trial. Thank you very much. Have you thought about going into acting? Your face is pleasing. I have thought about it. I kind of did it in a way. Like I told you guys, I was a professional wrestler for a short time, and then my body kind of broke down on me. I just couldn't take the bumps anymore. But a lot of that is acting, right? It's not fake. People call it fake. It's not fake. It hurts really bad, but it's scripted, right? So it's the most violent form of opera, or the most violent form of Broadway or whatever that you can have. You know, obviously we have a script, we stick to it, we do our thing. But when we get slammed on that mat, it hurts, man, and it took me out, and I couldn't do it anymore. So, my baby boys are 20 and 23. If you're worried about being a good parent, you already are. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm definitely trying to, trying to get myself together. He got a lot of mouth though. Zane has a lot of mouth, and sometimes I'll be like, but we don't hit him. Like we do what people call gentle parenting. Like we don't hit our son. We give him a very stern talking to, and I just hope and pray that continues to work in the future. I really do, because I would hate. I don't know. I would hate that to not work. You know, going forward. I just really hope. I just really hope it all works out. Okay, let me finish reading some of these comments, and then we'll get back into more of the trial. Alphonso, sorry about your pack, but my Niners got the dub for me, like I said in the comments on another video. Love and the pack are going to be a threat for future years. Yeah, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. I actually knew we were going to lose that game. I just didn't know we were going to lose like that. But I knew we were going to lose that game, and I was okay with us losing that game. I just wanted us to show up and play well, and that's what we did. So I'm very excited for the future of the Green Bay Packers, and I definitely think it's going to be a fun ride with Jordan Love, and he seems like to have the personality that will galvanize the locker room instead of divide it. And that's no shot really at Aaron Rodgers, because I love Aaron Rodgers. Like, that man gave us 18 years of his life and performed at a high level every single season. 4 MVPs. You don't get that overnight, So, no beef with Aaron Rodgers whatsoever. Love that man. He can do no wrong in my eyes. And, but, I love the fact that we have Jordan Love now. I really do. I love the fact that we have Jordan Love. I think he's the right man to lead us into the future. He has the right temperament. He's humble. I really like him. I really like him a lot. But we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Jennifer, you're a little new here. Everybody say hi to Jennifer. Welcome her in. We look. We don't test the waters. We jump right in. Okay. So welcome. But yeah, if there are any of you who haven't seen Lyle's music in his videos, bro, please check out Lyle's music. Please do. You really need to make sure you teach him what no means. My mom not teaching my baby brother got her murdered by him when she told him no at 27. First of all, sorry for your loss, and second of all, I agree with you 1000%. He does understand what no means, even if he has an attitude about it. He understands what no means. But I definitely think there's more than one way to get like your point across, and we're trying to do it like the non-violent way, because we don't want to like abuse him or teach him that violence is the answer. It's just different parenting styles, right, guys? It's like, man, not every parenting style works for everybody. I got spankings up until probably middle school. My dad decided this isn't really working or making me feel great about our relationship. I'm not going to hit you anymore. So after that, I didn't get hit anymore. But I think at first that's what he was raised on, so he thought that was the solution to go for. And then he kind of just went his own way with how he wanted to handle me. And I think obviously it ended up working out. I think just communication between me and him, I got the point across. And another thing that he did that I do with Zane is it was more effective for me if I got stuff taken away from me. That was the most effective punishment. You could hit me if you wanted to, it really wasn't going to do much. You take my Xbox away, oh my gosh, yes, Dad, I will behave. I am so sorry. You know what I'm saying? That's what got the point across to me, taking stuff away. So it's kind of what I do with Zane. You're acting up, okay, cool, we're not getting donuts today. Or you're acting up, okay, no TV for the rest of the day. Stuff like that has in my experience with Zane, and every child's different, right? Like I said, but with my experience with Zane, it's worked a lot to take things away from him that he wants. So that's it's kind of the angle that I've taken. But again, I'm not here to judge anybody's parenting style. You guys do what you feel is necessary in your household and your with your children and everything like that, and hopefully it just works out the best. But I think there's no one size fits all blueprint for raising children, because if there was, I think we would all be doing the same thing, but there's not, so we're not all doing the same thing. Yeah, just a lot, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Blanco, that's what I'm talking about. Like some parents can just give you like a look and you already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, my barber, who I told you guys passed away back in October, his son runs the shop now. I was talking to his son the other day while he was cutting my hair, and his son told me that his dad didn't hit him at all, and he just kind of changed his tone with him. He could recognize in the voice when, like, okay, playtime's over, and that would kind of signify to him, enough is enough. And his son turned out great. He's an amazing human being, an amazing barber, just like his dad was. And, he's holding down the shop. And, that's why I'm just saying, it's just different strategies for every child. Do what is best for yours.
Thank you,
Oh, by the way, real quick, guys, I got to remind you, every video, right down here. Yes. Boom. Follow the Instagram, guys. Follow the Instagram. Whoever follows during the live stream gets a follow back. It's got to be during the live stream, so you got to do it now while the live stream is live, okay? Follow the Instagram. I want to interact with you guys more. It's hard to interact with you guys on YouTube unless I have a video out or I'm going live. But, when we're on Instagram, it makes it a lot easier. So, go ahead and give that a follow when you get a chance.
everyone. Please be seated, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the state may call its next witness.
Thank you. The state calls Kelly Grabo.
Good morning, Miss Grabow. If you would please make your way to the witness stand. When you get there, please remain standing and raise your right hand, and there is a step up when you get there. My clerk, Teresa, will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Please be seated. First thing I will have you do is to state your first and last names for the record and spell each.
My first name is Kelly, Kelly, last name Grabo, Grabow.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you. Ms. Grabo, what do you do for a living?
I work at Burst Logistics as an inventory control specialist.
How long have you worked at Burst Logistics?
I had just started last year in September. It's their first year here.
Is testifying in court something that you do frequently with Burst Logistics?
No.
Are you a little bit nervous today?
Yes.
I want to ask you about Sunday afternoon, November 21st of 2021, okay?
Okay.
Oh, man. Gosh, I feel bad for her. Look how nervous she looks. She's not even doing a great job hiding it, so I can, I'm going to be so irritated when Darrell Brooks starts questioning her. But let's try to get through this, guys. Let's just try to get through this. We're going to breathe. We're going to keep our composure, and we're going to do what we have to do. We're going to get through it. We're good. We're good.
Did you take part in the Waukesha Christmas Parade that day?
Yes.
Were you a spectator or a participant? Why were you there?
I was walking with Burris Logistics, my daughter and I.
What's your daughter's name?
Adelia
And her last name?
Maffioli.
How long is Adelia? How old is Adelia?
She's 10 now. She was 9 at the time.
Okay. She was walking with you with Burris Logistics?
Yes.
Do you remember?
Hold on, could you please spell her name for us, please?
Adelia. Last name is Maffioli, Maffioli.
Thank you so much. Sorry for the interruption.
That's okay. Thank you, Judge.
Ooh, we almost forgot. Yo, look at this suit, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Bro, this is a sharp dressed man. Zach Witchow is the man. Look at this suit, bro. Look at this. This is crazy. Like, that tie is fire, and it matches perfectly to what he's wearing. What the? This is nuts. That's crazy. And he's got the perfect haircut. Like, this man was not playing around, bro. Like, man, don't take no days off from the drip, man. Oh my goodness, bro. That's crazy. Give your fit ratings, guys, on a scale of 1 to 10 for attorney Zach Witchow in his suit today. From 1 to 10, what you guys give this one? This one's a 10 all the way. It's very simple, but it's very, like, it's sharp. Sometimes you don't need to do too much. It's just sharp, bro.
Do you remember where your group was positioned in the parade in terms of who was behind you and who was in front of you?
Yes, we were directly between the Waukesha Blazers and Waukesha South Marching Band.
Okay, so which of those two were behind you?
Waukesha South Band was behind us.
Gotcha. What were you wearing that day?
Well, my daughter was dressed up as Cindy Lou Who, and I was wearing my elf dress with candy cane leggings.
Did the parade go smoothly?
No,
Why not?
we were struck by a vehicle.
Can you describe how that happened for us?
While we're walking through, my daughter came walking over by me, and she went to go get more candy to go hand out to the kids. So she walked over, grabbed candy, and as she was walking off to the side, I noticed there was a difference in the sound behind us than what I was hearing throughout. So right as she walked off to the side and I seen she walked to the side, I turned. I don't know if I turned fully or just my head. And as I turned, all I seen was the hood of a red vehicle. And I hit the red vehicle and rolled down to the side and landed directly between the Burris Logistics float and the red vehicle, and I seen the tire go directly in front of my face.
Okay. So the Burris Logistics float that you just described, what was that?
There was a black truck pulling it. We had I believe there was a snowman in the back of the black truck, and then we had the Grinch in the float.
Which side of the truck were you on when you were struck?
Of the Burris, or? I was on the driver's side of the Burris.
Okay. Where was Adelia?
Bro, and he has such a calming presence, too. Like, that's another thing, man. It's like, bro, who wouldn't feel comfortable talking to Attorney Witchow? Like, the energy coming from him is just so calm and just relaxing. You know, it's just one of those things, like, you can't teach it. You have to have that type of energy or you don't, you know.
Adelia, when she grabbed the candy and walked off to the side, I thought she was over by the sidewalk when I spun to look.
And what did you see when you spun?
The red hood of the vehicle.
Like, why they gotta be doing that right now? Come on, man.
When did you next see Adelia?
After I realized what just happened, I jumped up and took off running to go find her and I seen her in the middle of the road, which I don't know how she got to that position from where I seen her last, but she was lying in the middle of the road, and there were some people around her trying to help her. Her shoes were down the road, as well as her glasses.
Your Honor, Exhibit 22 has previously been received and published. I'd ask to publish that again for this witness.
Permission granted.
How hard did she get hit where her glasses, like, flew down the road? Gosh, bro.
I'm sorry, maybe I wasn't clear with the jury as well. Yep, there we go. Okay, do you see the screen in front of you?
Yes, that's our float.
All right. We are going to play with audio at normal speed from the beginning until about the 26-second mark. And we paused at 27 seconds. Ms. Grabo, did you see yourself in that video?
Yes, I did.
What about Adelia? Did you see her?
With the amount of people, I did not directly see her.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning and turn the audio off. And let's go at about 50% speed.
Objection was the relevance of showing the video to us.
You always say that objection and it never does anything.
It's relevant.
Grounds.
Grounds. Shut up.
And we'll play from the beginning. And let's pause right there. At 3 seconds. Do you see yourself at this 3-second mark?
Yes, I do.
Just tell us where you are in the screen.
We're directly in front of the black shirt band banner. Adelia is wearing a red cape shawl with checkered, black and white checkered leggings. It was really cold and windy that day. And then I have the candy cane dress on with my jacket and a hat and candy cane leggings.
And what does it appear at this moment that you're doing with Adelia?
Giving her more candy.
Let's resume. Pause. We paused at the 19-second mark. Do you see yourself in the video at this point?
Yes, I'm lying directly between the truck to both of the vehicles.
The screen in front of you is a touch screen. Would you mind circling yourself? Your Honor, I'd ask to to save the screen of 22 and mark it as 22. I think we're on
22 B.
Yep. So then 22B, this would be marked as, and I would move that into evidence.
The screen
Will be captured with the annotation. It will be marked as 22B, and it will be received.
Let's resume at that point. Pause. And we've paused at 24, and we can take that screen down now. What did we see you doing at the end of the video there?
I was lying between the vehicles.
Did you get up at some point?
Yes.
Okay, and then
Ran directly to my daughter.
what injuries, if any, did you sustain as a result of being struck by that SUV?
I think there's like ligament damage in my knee as well as my hand. I did have some bruising and some road rash on my knees.
Were you treated at a medical facility
Waukesha Memorial Hospital.
the night of the incident?
It was way later. I went in because I rode in the ambulance with my daughter. I refused to go anywhere else besides stay with her the entire time. So I stayed with her. We rode 2 children's in the ambulance. They did check me in the ambulance and see that I was stable and okay to do what I was doing. So I stayed with my daughter at Children's Hospital, and I did not want to leave her until I knew she was at home in bed safe.
What injuries, if any, did Adelia sustain?
Massive bruising all up and down her back. She had a broken hand, road rash all on her face.
All the questions I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Do you have any cross for this witness?
Yes. Before you were struck by the vehicle, you said that you heard changes in sound to the parade. That was the people marching in the parade in the back of you, right?
Yes.
Do you recall what the sounds were that you heard?
It was just a change in the tone behind me. It wasn't the Jubilee sound that we were hearing throughout the parade. You could tell something was happening behind us.
Did it seem to get louder?
Yeah,
Was it already pretty noisy with the parade going on?
it was noisy.
And you stated that it was really windy and cold that evening.
Yes, very.
Would it be any reason why you wouldn't be able to hear everything going on behind you?
I wouldn't say I wouldn't be able to hear everything behind us, because I heard the change in the sound of the band, so obviously I could hear what was going on directly behind me.
The vehicle that struck you, do you recall seeing a driver?
No, I seen the red hood of the vehicle. That's all I seen.
So you didn't see the driver or anybody in the vehicle?
No, again, I just seen the red hood as it ran into me.
No license plates or
No.
No what? No what?
the driver or anybody in the vehicle?
No, again, I just seen the red hood as it ran into me.
No license plates or
Oh, that's a new one, guys. That's a new one. Let me leave that one in the comment section. That's a new one. How he said that. I've never heard him say it like that before. That was this. That's what I just heard. What the heck, bro?
Nope.
Idiot.
you recall how fast the vehicle might have been traveling when you were struck?
It had to have been going a decent speed. As I said before, I did see the rear tire going past my face, and it all happened extremely fast.
So you don't recall?
With the chaos that was going around that day, no, I do not remember exactly.
And you stated that after you were struck, you got up and ran to your daughter, correct?
Yes.
And you were able...
Like, I've heard him say license place a few times, but license plays, that one's brand new for me. That one's brand new. I did not hear license plays. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Would it do that with your leg injury?
Yes. I guess that would be the adrenaline going through your body at that moment in time. It did give me the strength to run to my daughter.
So when was it that you knew that you had did you say knee injury?
Yes, knee and hand.
When did that pain in your leg set in?
It was immediately.
But you were still able to get up and run?
Yeah.
Do you recall how long before you received medical treatment?
We were there for quite a while. I think we were one of the last ones to leave in the ambulance as I sat with my daughter at Children's Hospital. After I got her home, where I knew she was safe and secure, I then my sister took me to Waukesha Memorial Hospital at, I would guesstimate that was probably around 2 in the morning, right around there, after I knew my daughter was safe.
So it's fair to say that you waited a little bit before you tended to yourself?
I attended to my daughter prior to myself to make sure my daughter was safe, yes.
Do you recall how long you were treated?
I'd probably say about two hours I was at the hospital.
Did they give you any pain medication or?
I was taking ibuprofen and Tylenol, that is it.
Do you recall what time you arrived at the parade?
Well, since we were walking with the parade, we had to be there early. We staged probably around 3, I would say, I think it was.
And were you able to see what the vehicle did after you were struck?
No, my only attention at that point in time was to find my daughter and attend to my daughter.
So you didn't see what, the route that the vehicle traveled or anything after that?
I seen the aftermath after it went through. That was it.
Do you recall how long you were marching in the parade before you were struck?
I do not recall how long we were there.
Were you near any cross streets or intersections?
I don't know the name of the intersection, but yes, there was. I know we're right by Bosco's. There's a little walkway that takes you down to the river, or there's a little tiny side street off to the side.
Do you recall if they were barricaded?
I do not recall.
Do you recall if any law enforcement may have been standing by those intersections?
Do not recall.
Do you recall any reports coming over any radios by law enforcement?
I do not recall that. The only thing I heard after we were hit was shots fired.
So you did hear shots fired. Did that come from?
I don't know if it was directly from a cop or if it was people running.
Did you hear the shots?
I did not.
So after you were struck, it would be fair to say that it got louder than what it was before.
After, in the middle of the complete chaos, yes.
With all the noise and chaos going on, do you think it would have been hard for you to hear a horn honking?
I did not hear a horn.
Would it have been hard? The question was, would it have been hard for you to hear it?
Before it got to us or after?
After it became chaotic.
I was not listening for a horn after we had already been hit by the vehicle.
So it'd be fair to say you wouldn't be able to recall.
I would not be able to recall that.
Did you file any claim in this incident?
What do you mean by claim?
Did you file a report as an injured party in this matter?
Yes.
So it would be fair to say that you identify yourself as an injured party?
I was injured by the circumstances that day, yes.
Do you recall the officer that you reported your claim with?
I do not recall.
Have you seen or read a complaint in this matter?
What do you mean by that?
Have you seen a written complaint or read a written complaint in this matter? Objection. Grounds.
Mr. Brooks, are you referring to the criminal complaint in this case or something else?
I'm referring to something else, the complaint.
Well, then I'll sustain the objection. As to the form of the question, it's vague.
May I respectfully ask on what grounds, Your Honor?
It's vague. Next question, or rephrase.
Do you know of any complaint being filed in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Grounds.
As to the form of the question.
Were you aware that it may be possible that you could give testimony in this matter?
Yes, I was aware of that.
And did you seek to give testimony in this matter?
I was okay with doing so.
And who were you informed by?
The district attorney's office.
Was that in form of a subpoena or was it a conversation?
Well, at first it was knowing that there was a possibility and then the subpoena.
So it'd be fair to say that you did have a conversation
Conversation?
with the district attorney's office.
Yes.
Did they ever inform you of who the plaintiff was in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Are you aware of any plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Grounds.
Sustained.
90611. 90611.
Have you ever talked to the plaintiff in this matter? Ever seen the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained under 90611. Mr. Brooks, you need to move on to a new topic or I will close the cross-exam.
I will move on. It has to be some type of ground stated other than relevancy or anything like that. The real ground should be put on record, Your Honor. We all deserve to know. The jury deserves to know.
It's not relevant. Move on.
So are you bringing this claim against the accused defendant in this matter?
Objection. Vague.
Grounds.
Sustained.
On what grounds, Your Honor?
It's vague. As to the form of the question.
Have you seek to receive any recovered damages or anything in the matter?
The only thing that we got was help to pay for our medical bills, as that was something that was completely unexpected from a Christmas parade.
Is that through the state of Wisconsin?
It was through, I forgot the name of what it was.
Are you listed as a plaintiff in this matter?
Am I listed as a plaintiff in this matter?
Are you a plaintiff? Did you file the claim?
Objection,
That's a
relevant.
compound question, sustained as to the form of the question. Mr. Brooks?
Did you file a claim?
90611, move on. You've already asked about whether she filed a report. Move on.
Are you gonna come on, bro?
Objection, grounds.
Do you see the state of Wisconsin present in the court?
Objection, grounds.
Sustained under 90611. I warned you to avoid that topic or I would cease cross-exam, so I'll give you one more opportunity to ask a different line of questioning.
No, just end it. Just end it. You got to set the precedent. Like, you mentioned this and your cross-examination is done, period, point blank. Whatever. Again, doesn't matter in the long run. He got convicted, but just little things.
Do you recall when you gave your interview to law enforcement?
It was a few days after.
Would it be fair to say it was a few days or a week or so?
I don't actually remember the exact time.
Do you remember being interviewed by Detective Jeffrey Adent?
I remember being interviewed. I don't remember what the officer's name was.
Do you remember where you were interviewed?
At my house.
Do you recall if it was on November 30 of 2021?
I don't remember the exact dates.
Can you recall why it took a little bit for you to be interviewed by law enforcement?
I'm guessing because of how many people were injured throughout this parade. It did take a while to get around to everybody.
Did you seek to be interviewed in any way?
I don't think I seeked, but I did inform them that I was injured, as well as my daughter.
But you don't recall calling any law enforcement or attempting to file a report?
Law enforcement that was there at the parade took people's name and it all ended up going to them.
Did you follow up in the days after?
I don't recall if I did.
Do you recall stating that you did not see what happened to your daughter?
I do recall that.
Do you recall being left a business card by Dr. Darrell L. Williams, PhD?
Yes, I do.
Would it be fair to say that he was the one that told you what happened?
I still to this day don't know directly what happened to my daughter. I just know that she was hit by the red vehicle as I was laying on the ground after I was hit.
So it'd be fair to say if you didn't see what actually happened to your daughter, you didn't see what happened to anyone else.
Objection.
Grounds.
Characterization of the
Grounds.
events.
Sustained as to the form of the question.
Would it be fair to say that it was difficult to see if anyone else was struck?
From the position I was in, I seen a tire going in front of me, so no, I did not see directly anywhere besides the tire going in front of my face.
So it would be fair to say that you didn't see anyone get struck besides yourself?
It would be kind of difficult to see beyond that.
No further questions.
Can you redirect?
Can I just clarify, Ms. Grabo? The last time you saw your daughter before you got struck, where was she?
Objection. Irrelevant.
Overruled.
She was walking over, or she came over by me to get more candy to pass out, and she was walking off to the sidewalk to hand out more candy.
Sidewalk on which side of the Burris float?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
That would be to the driver's side of, so to the left.
Okay. And then you got struck. And where's the next place that you saw Adelia?
I seen Adelia.
Overruled.
She didn't see anything.
It's not hearsay, Mr. Brooks.
That's the definition of hearsay.
Mr. Brooks, the objection is noted. It's overruled.
On what grounds, Your Honor?
I direct your attention to section 90801, sir. You may answer the question.
After I got up, I found my daughter in the middle of the road. She was no longer by the sidewalk.
Where was she in relation to the Burris, the truck that was pulling the float?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
On what grounds?
Direct your attention to 90801, sir. It's not hearsay. Go ahead, you may answer.
She was towards the driver's side, the front end of the vehicle. So she was more towards the front of the vehicle.
You testified that after you were struck, the noise in the area increased. It got louder. You're saying that? And so, as a result of that increase in noise, you weren't listening for a horn?
No,
Okay. What about before you got struck? Did you hear the sound of a horn?
I did not.
Hearsay.
It's not hearsay. Overruled. Would you just repeat your answer, please?
I did not hear a horn.
Thank you. You're doing fine, but if there is an objection, let me rule on it first, just so we're not talking over each other, okay? Thank you.
And I'm all done, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, you may step down. Thank you.
All right, that's about all the Darrell I can take today. Man. Well, guys, another great live stream. Enjoyed spending time with you guys. Had 105 people in here. Real nice, real nice. Somebody asked me how often I'll be going live. Probably a lot more often. I'm liking, this format of videos right now. I still think I'm probably gonna definitely end up having to do, regular videos, pre-recorded and uploaded videos, obviously, but lives are a lot of fun, and they're literally perfect. They're a lot of fun. So, I really do appreciate you guys spending some time with me today. This was really fun. All my regulars and all of my new people that are here for the first time, watching us live. I definitely appreciate you guys spending time with me. So, remember, guys, peace, love, and positivity. Let's spread it everywhere we go today. Be kind to the next person. You never know what they're going through, right? Let's be kind. Let's be less judgmental. Let's be more accepting. Let's be, more loving, less hateful. Let's be more patient and harder to anger. Let's make sure that we are creating a better world for ourselves and the people that are going to come, after us. Yeah, that's all I got, guys. If you guys are not following the Instagram yet, please make sure you guys go ahead and do that. Again, it's where I'm able to interact with you guys the most. It's hard to do that here on YouTube because I can't direct message anybody. I can't, bring up anybody's profile. So if you guys are not following that Instagram yet, please make sure you guys do that today. All right. Yeah, that'll be about it for me. I will see you guys sometime very soon. I'll try to do another live sometime this week. But until then, stay safe, guys. Stay blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. PLP. Peace, love, and positivity. Spread it everywhere you go. I got you guys. Deuces.